Right, evening folks. This in front of us is Gary's amazing Coke Wagon. Have you seen on the WhatsApp chat, he's printed it out, but he had some issues trying to print the top part of the Coke Wagon because of this overhang. So the printer would be printing into fresh air. So he made a variety of edits to this model to help the printer out, and I think I can do it, and I need to weigh, so I'm going to demonstrate how to do that here. Some of you may know how to do this, some of you may not, so hopefully this will be helpful. So what I've done is I've edited out of Gary's model the extra elements he put in to try and help the printing. So it's now just a very clean Coke Wagon as he really wants it printed out, just like this. So the first thing we're going to do, I started looking at Gary's model, and it is very different if you look along the timeline along the bottom to mine. There's a lot of moves, and there's a huge amount of drawings, and then extrudes. So it's not using some of Fusion's more advanced capabilities, but by the by, we are at the end of the model and we're going to start doing some work on it. So the first thing to do, we open up the bodies on the left-hand side. We can see we've named the top one, but then we've got a whole series of other bodies. And the first thing we're going to do is merge all the bodies together into one body. So what we'll do is combine them up here. Press combine. It says target body, we're going to Coke van. And then we have tool bodies, and that's everything else. So I'm going to select everything else. And it's missed the target body for some reason. Right, okay, cancel that. Yeah, obviously live video, so there we go. Try doing that again. Target body, Coke. Oh no. Right, let's try it that way. Select. Okay. Finally, yes, here we go. Tools. It's automatically gone for those. Yep. And we hit OK. So we get the merge icon in the bottom right, but now we've got everything is one body. So we turn it off, everything disappears, turn it on, we're all good. Right. That was kind of just the setup. The clever bit is what I'm going to try and do is split off these two top extensions, if I can call them that. They're probably called something technical. Garry will know the word. I don't, but let's call them extensions. So what we're going to do is construct a offset plane, and this is quite technical in Fusion, but I use planes a huge amount. And we can see on the right it says, okay, what plane do you want to start with? Well, I'm going to start with a flat surface. So I'm going to start with the top of the Coke Wagon. And how much do I want to offset that plane by? You can move it up, move it down, or I just want it to be dead on the top of the Coke Wagon. So we're going to edit out the 1mm and have it dead on the top of the Coke Wagon. Hit OK. And there's a warning down here, this object is not visible because it's part of the construction. So we'll make it visible, and you can see the plane it's constructed. And we're going to call this top of the Coke Wagon. Top of, actually base wagon. Okay, so that's one. And for reasons that will become clear fairly soon, I'm going to put another offset plane in. So construct another one. And this time I'm going to make it this surface here. Sometimes it's hard to select, you have to zoom in a bit. I'm going to select there. And we're going to say, yep, fine, all looks good. And this plane is going to be called top of first extension. I hope you can hear me okay. We've got rain on the roof of this sort of like conservatory type thing. I mean, it's not really a conservatory, but side of the house building thing. Hopefully it will come through okay. Right, so we think, oh, right, okay, well, what have you done that for? Well, the clever thing we're going to do now is split this body into 3 parts. And we do that by using this tool, split body. And you click it, and it says body to split. Well, I want to split my Coke Wagon, and splitting tool, I'm going to split it on the top, by the top plane first. It's okay. Now I'm going to do that again. I'm going to split the body. This time it will want to split this one, and the splitting tool is top of first section. Hit OK, and we turn off those construction lines. Everything looks identical, but now we've got 3 bodies, and if I start turning them off, you can see what I've done is I've created 3 bodies, and the reason I've created these 3 bodies is so we can print them more easily. So the Coke Wagon by itself doesn't have any overhangs. If I turn on the first extension, we're going to call Coke Van first extension, rename it. Makes it easier to find. We can see here that yes, we've still got all these overhangs, but if in the Bamboo Studio we flip it upside down, we'll have these poles sticking upwards, and this whole top surface will be on the build plate, so there won't be any overhangs at all. So let's do that in a second. I'm just going to, for completeness, change the name of this one to second extension. Right. We'll leave this one visible. Okay, so that's fine. First extension. Right. So what we're now going to do is export. Well, I'm going to save that because I don't want to lose it. Save that. Takes a couple of seconds. Right, saved. I'm going to do export, and no, I'm not going to export. What am I talking about? I am going to 3D print, and I'm going to 3D print the first extension. Okay, okay. Coke Van, first extension, hit save. It already exists because I've tried this already. Do you want to replace it? Yep. Now, if we go into Bamboo Studio and bring that in, file, import, Coke Van, first extension. So it's come in, looking tickety-boo, it's in grey. So I've got multicolour printing, so I have to fiddle around with it a little bit by pressing the object button and changing its colour, or changing its print reel to be white, as Garry was doing. So it now becomes white. It doesn't look very white, slightly offset grey, but there we go. And we're going to set, at the moment, we're still going to have that same problem because we've got a great big gap here under that plank. And so what we're going to do is select what we've just imported and press this button, which is lay on face. I use this all the time, and it gives you a whole load of highlights around the model, and if I click the top one, it flips it up the other way. It's much easier than trying to rotate the model 90 degrees and all that sort of business, or 180 degrees. Laying it on the face you select makes it very easy. So now, if we print that, we don't have any issue with overhangs. It's going to print cleanly. So if I hit slice that, it's going to print cleanly. Now, one danger of even this size model is that it'll banana. So this corner and this corner will lift. And the nature of the plastic and heating and cooling and all that sort of stuff means it tends to do that. So we're going to go back one stage. We'll go back to prepare and select our model again, and we're going to put on some brim ears. Fantastic name. And I set my brim ear diameter to 10, it's the biggest you can do, and you say auto generate points, and you can see now what it does is put those in the corner of this, so it really keeps this from bending, and that's useful for small and big models. But the downside of this is, once it prints, you have to trim these off. But they tend to be very, very thin, so trimming them off is quite easy. And that's what I do quite a lot. So the other thing you've got to do, you've got no warnings. If we go back to global and go into others, Sometimes you might put a brim on, outer brim, and that will go all the way around it. They're quite difficult to trim off sometimes. But these ears, you have to select the option painted. If you don't select the option painted and I reset it to auto, you get a warning here. The brim ear type is not selected painted. The brim ears will not take effect. So you just simply go into this, choose painted, and they will print. Okay, so we'll slice the plate. It's not going to do anything different. We can see what it's done. It's looking really sharp. There's no kind of indication that anything's going to be iffy. And indeed, in a couple of minutes, I shall show you a picture of what it looks like. That's my video. Okay, so thank you very much.